What's up, ladies and germs? Welcome to another edition of DJ Rabies. I'm your host, Mad Dog. Today we're talking about a article from Yahoo. It's titled "Trump: More Sex Brag Tapes." I'll focus on Bill. Should he continue to be attacked? Trump says he'll keep talking about Bill Clinton's sexual assault accusers, but he defended Bill in 1998. Yeah, about that. So, what that is known as is a diversion. It's not a very good one. Let's just get that straight. But it is a diversion, nonetheless. It's what Trump does best. If you ask him about taxes, he's going to talk about Hillary Clinton's emails. If you ask him about his thoughts about the wall he was talking about, he said, no, that's not exactly what I meant. And then he won't apologize, and he won't say that, no, that was a foolish fucking statement in the first place. But he will say that, yes, they are still going to build the wall, and they'll probably pay for it. Yeah, they're going to pay for it. He is absolutely the most egotistical person that I have ever even remotely heard of in my life. And I have seen a lot of stupid people. So let's not forget about the Bill Clinton thing. That's okay. Let's bring that up since we're on that subject again, okay, Donald? So Bill Clinton, you're saying, has done worse than any other president in office in regards to the way he treats women. Think about that. What happened with the Kennedys? Did you forget about that shit? That just, popped out of your whole idea of reality. He's the worst one. I doubt that very seriously. There was a president that had ran over an old lady. There was a president that, that cheated on his wife. There was presidents that, there's been presidents in our history who have treated women worse than Bill Clinton. Maybe not as bad as you do, because you say sexual things about your own child, and had degraded women for 20 years plus. It's a stupid face. Listen to me. Don't divert from one subject to the next on your next debate. It makes you look guilty. It makes you look like you're like a kid that spills over a cup of fucking milk on the floor or some shit and leaves it to stain or whatever. And you're like, well, let's talk about so-and-so did that. This other person did something wrong. It wasn't me. That kind of bullshit. Grow the fuck up, man. How old are you? Seriously. The other thing is, okay, you're busted. You're fucking busted. You have done nothing to show any kind of gratitude to your own wife in the public eye. If I was her, I would fucking divorce you. Seriously, man. You know what I mean? It's a miracle that she sticks by you. It's a fucking miracle. The other thing is, we're talking about that subject. We're also going to have to talk about the whole if you're Muslim, you got to help us snitch out the rest of the Muslims. Well, what the fuck does that mean, right? I kind of read between the lines in that conversation. With that poor lady that was on the second debate was sitting there like dumbfounded, like the Hillary Clinton basically said the same thing. Like, yeah, if you see something, say something. How do you know this woman has connections to any Al-Qaeda, any Taliban, or any ISIS activity? How do you fucking do that? Just because of her religious beliefs? That's stereotypical. You're not supposed to fucking do that. That is, if you want to talk about politically incorrect, that is the definition of politically incorrect. That's like saying, All the urban neighborhoods that have black families in it. They're a disaster. They're a disaster. You know what, dude? There's community fucking gardens in the east side in Denver. Now, okay, I get you're trying to change stuff and try to, make it sound like you can fucking change our whole, our whole society in one fell swoop. That is not the case. It takes a lot more work than you think. You have no idea what it's like to be in a situation where you're in an urban neighborhood on unstable grounds with racist cops and people who aren't easy about being shot while they're unarmed. Okay? Now, till you actually get fucking an alley ride, and you need to shut up about, your understanding of the situation with hands up, don't shoot thing. Okay? So until you experience any of that type of stuff, have you ever had a police officer pull you over just because of what you look like? I doubt it. Either one of you, Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. So don't go there with me, okay? The other thing is, at least Hillary Clinton, yes, she has worked in the communities. Yes, she has worked with minority groups. What the fuck have you done? Just the last couple years, you went to Mexico and tried to say, no, but you should really build this wall and pay for it. Yeah. No, that's fucking stupid. You don't go to another country and tell them how to fucking run their country. We even had a war with Mexico. We had war with drug cartels in our border states, stuff like Texas and Arizona, stuff like that. We've had issues like that with the coyotes. Nobody said anything about that in the whole fucking thing. The people that are kidnapping women and children and shit. Nobody mentioned that on a campaign. Nobody talked about that. Why? What, they don't exist? Come on, man. Fuck. Nobody talked about the meth use in our country, the uprise in bath salt smoking and shit. Nobody talked about the homeless situation. Where the fuck was those conversations in these debates? Gay rights, marriages and shit, right? So that's a touchy subject. Nobody really wants to go there with it because they're afraid that either way they're gonna offend the JL, and that's fine. But let's just let's talk about it. Should we do we have the right to tell a gay couple that they can't get married? I didn't hear either one of you in these last two debates talk about that shit. I didn't hear anybody talk about the abortion thing. I don't think that we have the right to tell women that they can't get an abortion, especially when it's an instance like being raped by incest or raped by itself, you know what I mean, or some crazy stuff like that. These are subjects that I would like to have heard. The legalization of pot countrywide. That would have been an interesting conversation to have, and if I was there, I would have asked them that too. Why don't we do that? It eases away from overpopulation in areas where it's legalized. Let's help out the communities by bringing money into those communities for those communities, not taking that money and basically raising up the rates, the cost of living for people who live in these states. Let's not do that. Let's help these people out. They're already paying an arm and a leg to live in boxes. So that's just my thought. Hit me up, djrabies@gmail.com. I got so much more to talk about with this fucking nonsense, and I will get back to you. Peace.